My name is Kendall Marshall, and my demonstrative speech is on a project that I think will be very effective to the upcoming 5K here at the University of Charleston. Each day, millions of Americans plan to run a 5K, but many of these Americans do not succeed at doing that. If it was easy, everybody would do it, and there would not be apps such as Couch to 5K. With any sporting event, you have to prepare yourself for sometimes months or even years to be physically ready for this race or event. It is just as important to be mentally prepared, and in some instances, it is harder to be mentally prepared than it is physically prepared. Therefore, I choose to do my project by having an inspirational water bottle stand for the upcoming 5K. These runners have prepared themselves and their bodies for this event, and this stand can help keep them on track both physically and mentally. As they take the water to help rehydrate their bodies, they will also see the words on the bottle that can help them to maintain their focus and complete their course across the finish line. The following LLOs that help to make this project successful are: number one, communication. Communication helps to spread the word about the booth and by cheering on the participants. Number two is citizenship. Citizenship shows support to participants by encouraging them. Number three is creativity. Creativity provides good, encouraging, inspirational sayings. Number four is critical thinking. Critical thinking brings two things together, such as the water bottle and the quotes, and puts them into one to help for a better purpose. Number five is ethical thinking. Ethical thinking gives strength to all the runners to help them finish the race, especially the ones who didn't prepare good enough physically or mentally. And the last one is inquiry. Inquiry helps to find out different information about the race by asking previous runners and asking them what helped them the most to succeed, like what sayings or quotes or water stations, just getting information about the race from the previous runners. This project will have to be completed in steps. Step one, find out how many participants will be participating in the race as soon as possible. Step two, get enough water that you at least have one per bottle for each participant. Step three, get the sheets of colored paper for the inspirational sayings to wrap around the water bottles. Step four, find out exactly where the race will be ran. That way we know where to put our water booth that we think it will be more or the most effective. Step five is get the supplies to make the booth. Step six is get the quotes and sayings and make sure you have enough for at least one per bottle. Step seven, build the booth and get ready for the race. This project cannot be completed on its own, therefore my classmates will all be assigned a specific duty to help. Half of the girls in the class will be responsible for finding out how many will be participating in the race and where it will be ran at. Each person in the class will be responsible to bring at least one case of water and one package of colored paper to get us started. The other half of the girls will be responsible for printing out the quotes and gluing them onto the water bottles. Half of the guys will be responsible for getting the supplies, and the other half will be responsible for actually building the booth. To make sure all of this stuff is completed on time, it needs to be started early. So if this 5K is sometime in the spring, then we need to start, I would say, right after Christmas, like around mid-January. Whenever you are completing a project, you can run into things that can delay your project goals, and for this project, it can be things such as not having enough water or not having enough colored paper or not having enough inspirational quotes to go on the water bottles. So you always want to make sure that you start things early. That way, if you do run into one of these problems, you have plenty of time to fix it. Some resources I used to gain information for this project were Running for Fitness, verywell.com, malposts.com, and social media. All of these provide good and bad information about water booths and 5Ks. They help you to gain knowledge about what you want to do with your water booth. So like you have to keep your water booth moving. Some negative effects it gave me were that these water booths sometimes delay participants in their time, and if you're running to get the fastest time, then they're not going to like it because it clusters them up, it holds them up. So you always need to make sure your water booth is moving. So this will be a booth that will just be you grab your water and go. You can drink it on the go or you do whatever with it. And this project should be one that is not only relatively easy, but one that is also very fun. Helping others by giving them confidence and mental strength is something that everybody should enjoy. Not only can you help to hydrate the runners, or rehydrate the runners, but you can also help them by putting a smile on their face by watching them succeed. Thank you, and I hope you choose my project.